the NHL has done a good job at presenting their product. I'm out here in Texas, so we really don't, get as many hockey games as I would like. But I'm sure that as we move forward, I think the networks are realizing that. Because I'll be honest with you, talking to a few people out there, nobody's watching anything on television anymore other than sports. And it's turning into a really, really big business. And I think it's the people that get the pulse of what people really want to watch that are going to do well in the marketplace. And I just think the NBA, the NHL, they got a little bit more exposure. People would really enjoy it. I think the NFL has gotten to the point now where they need to address some issues. There's just too many flags, too many ticky-tack fouls, to the point where, guys that have played the game are just sitting there, enough already. And then the commercials, the same thing over and over and over. And the NFL, to me, has always been a dinosaur anyway. It's kind of funny that the XFL is coming in. That's going to be like a breath of fresh air. And they'll find some ballers out of that as well. Then, of course, you got the NBA, and I just love watching the NBA. The athletes are so talented and so good. But the nonsense in the off-season, the drama, and all this other stuff, so hopefully that's going to shift back to the middle as well. That's all I have to say about that.
I wouldn't hold your breath about the NBA. I think that they prey off the drama. Now, the one guy who probably can't stand it from a distance is David Stern. He was never one of those individuals that really particularly cared for drama, whereas Adam Silver doesn't even seem to care. So, but, I loved David Stern when he was the commissioner. He was the old hardliner that wouldn't take any, from anybody else. But it's just a different animal where, I don't know. I don't particularly like it. I don't go to many NBA games. The last one I actually went to was down in downtown Miami when the Pistons took on the Heat and Dwayne Wade played, and I had to go down there at least once to see Wade one more time, since I enjoyed many experiences watching Wade play the Pistons in the playoffs back early in the decade, but I really could care less. I don't have time for it.
Well, now, Scott, remember how I talk about the economics of sports?
Yeah.
Okay? One of the things that you have failed to mention in all of this, what's driving a lot of this, is gambling.
Right. No, that's true.
The number of states that have legalized gambling.
Mm-hmm.
I've been gambling for 25 years, but I have it down to a science.
Right.
Where I don't have any stress doing it because I don't bet large sums of money, but I like to sing for my supper.
Right.
So instead of doing crossword puzzles or knitting, I'm going to be a senior citizen sitting with my smartphone, making a little money. But I'm actually watching 2 games right now and got some money on it and made about $70.
Right.
Okay, and this is what the kids are going to be doing moving forward.
Right.
All right. Remember how we used to have cable TV in the 80s and ESPN started the USFL?
Right.
That's how Trump made a name for himself and flew to jump ship and Steve Young and Jimmy Kelly.
Uh-huh.
Well, now we have a smartphone and a gambling app, and we also have a thing called Fan. And the Alliance of American Football, that league had a drop-down menu that allowed a guy to be an interactive coach. All right, so here's the down and distance. The drop-down menu would give you a couple of plays. You could pick one, and if you were right, if it's going to be a run or a pass. And at the end of the day, you got money. So that's where we're going. The young kids today are not going to sit here and watch an NFL game that lasts 3.5 hours long, that bores you to tears, with all this politics going on, all right, and flags on every play, even playing on Thursday with uniforms that look like they're from Halloween. All right, and the NFL looks like it's just exploiting the players, which is typically what a monopoly does. And I think that pendulum's going to swing back to the middle a little bit because the NFL is going to have to adapt to speed up the game a little bit. They're probably going to have to put a guy up at a sky cam to get some of these calls fixed, so they don't carry entire cities hostage. I have a lot of people that I know that are from New Orleans, and I have to agree with them. That call last year in the Rams game was so egregious. And then when you find out that all the refs are from Los Angeles and they're trying to put a new team in Los Angeles, the American public isn't stupid. They get it. All right, and they're sitting there going, enough already. And, you can say there's enough conspiracy theories going around. We have to protect the integrity of the game. And every time you throw all this technology into it and you have all these politicizing, you're getting away from the essence of the game.
Right.
So I think, the XFL, their stance is less ball, more ball. All right, 20 seconds between plays, 2.5 hour game. They try to get the fans interacted. They don't have to spend a fortune to sit there, and mortgage your house to go to a game.
Right.
So I think that the NFL is always going to be the game. People love football, but they need to take a look at their product right now because they're really hurting it, which is typical of a monopoly. And I think they're kind of peaking. I think they're kind of sliding a little bit. I like Baker Mayfield and everything else, but I don't sit here like watching a Progressive commercial on a guy that hasn't proven anything yet other than he was great in college, and then he's on television every 30 seconds between a break. It's just after a while. The same thing with the NBA. It's just, why are we getting all this press on this young guy, Zion Williams, 19 years old, hasn't done squat?
Right.
And it's all about the brand and hype and all this, and that's America, but at the same time, you can't make it all hype to the point where the integrity starts to go down the toilet, and the younger kids are turning off the television set because it's too long and too boring because you want to get everything right, and the old people are getting agitated because it's not like it used to be, and there'll be a compromise, and that's, just really what we enjoy talking about on our show.
Let me go ahead and mention one gambling thing, and then we have one more piece of business we're going to get to, okay? First of all, who would have thunk, okay, that we'd actually be having a team in Las Vegas when gambling at one point was an issue. Now, bear with me while I tell you what I'm going to tell you. First of all, there's gambling all over the country, like you alluded to. But in Detroit, okay, the Lions are playing, in retrospect, a gambling town because you got 3 major casinos there. So now people have acclimated to it, Bill, more so than it was many years ago when you weren't allowed to do it at all. And I'm sure that there's other, areas that have gambling and NFL action as well, and we'll start to see more and more of those. But you're going to have Las Vegas next year. Detroit has the MGM Grand Circus Hotel, which I believe is the Motor City Casino, and one other one. So it's becoming a way of life. I never thought in a million years.
It's all economics.
Right. Oh, I know.
States, I don't mean that these states need the money. I think there's six states that have legalized gambling. My buddy was telling me there was one state where the guys made so much money in the New England playoff game last year that it was, it's almost impossible for the state not to legalize it.
Right.
And they were shipping phones over the state lines.
Right.
Just so they could place wagers. So it's here to stay. Scott, I'm going to be a little arrogant. One of the things that our viewers are going to find out is, and you can claim it all you want, I've been ahead of the yield curve all my life, and I've had to keep my mouth shut, about a lot of things, from the human body and conditioning to playing in 3 different leagues for more money, negotiating my own contracts and everything else. And I watched this stuff shake out, and it's going to be really interesting for us to have some guests on that are all pros, that have played in different sports that I know personally, that we can talk about this so that people start to understand there's an economic current to everything we do. But remember that pendulum isn't all about economics also. It's all about teamwork, the concept of the team. And I think what we really got to do is we got to start getting rid of this individualism and this brand nonsense. It's really ridiculous. You know what I mean?
Totally.
I think we peaked a little bit with Melo. When there was Alonzo Ball, there's another guy that I'm really proud of.
Right.
Got away from his father. His father made his money. I'm sure he's doing really well in China with the sneakers now. That's what they try to do when he's playing in New Orleans. And, he's away from his father now, and he can, blossom and be, and enjoy being an NBA player. And I just think that the younger generation is going to be resilient, and they'll figure it out, move that pendulum back to the middle. But they're also going to have to deal with some things that they're going to have to toe the line, because we have things now that we never had to deal with 20 or 30 years ago called gambling.
Right.
And sports, and sports, so the integrity of the game has to be there. All right, so, we have to master the technology, and we also have to master the economics of it. And we're dealing with a smartphone, which is making it like the 80s all over again. It's the cable TV. It's a smartphone to gambling act, so all we're doing is expanding the marketplace. But it's still the same game, so let's not get away from the essence of what made the game great.
Oh, okay, we have one more thing we're going to talk about. I know it's something that's very important to you, and that's you're going to pay tribute to Bernie Parrish. So I'm going to kind of let you talk about it on your own, and we'll wrap up the program with that tribute coming from you. Go ahead, Bill. Take it away.
All right. Well, I'm going to say this to you, and this is what I talk about ahead of the yield curve. We've got some problems in the NFL, okay? And I'm not going to address them. We will talk it on future shows, which I the money they deserve. He thinks the NFL Players Association deliberately undervalued how much money they're making. He actually won a $28 million lawsuit against our own NFL Players Association. Our NFL Players Association, literally, during Gene Upshaw's tutelage, was in bed with EA Sports and the Madden video game. And what they did is they would put you have a guy like Herb Adderley, who plays for the Green Bay Packers, and they'd have all his statistics there. But what they did is they changed the likeness of Herb Adderley so that Herb Adderley didn't get paid any money, and that money all went to Gene Upshaw's union. It was corruption of the highest form. Yet nobody knows anything about this. And when I look at these young players today, they're in their 40s, and they've got issues with concussions and all that other stuff. And as older players that are in our 60s, we keep our mouth shut because we look at these guys as babes in the woods. They're dealing with issues now, and a lot of them cry and get on Facebook and piss and moan and moan. And they have never read the book. They don't even know who Bernie Parrish is. They don't even know anything about their own union and the lousy job that the union's doing taking care of the players when it comes to disability benefits. And, you need to know about the history before you start running your mouth. And then maybe you'll sit back and go, I need to be about it instead of talking about it. I need to get in there, all right, and fight to make this game better. Bernie Parrish was one of the best I've ever seen in it. He's an unsung hero. And I would ask our audience to Wikipedia him and then read some of the information and do your research. And you will find that this is one of the greatest guys that ever was around, and the NFL players today ought to be kissing his ass. All right? But he was so smart, he scared the NFL and the NFLPA, and that's why you're not hearing about him on the media, because they control the media. And people that are really intelligent and that are involved in this league understand that the media only lets you see one angle. And the angle that they want, that's usually the higher-ups that are making their money and their own agendas. And I think as we get through social media that you're going to hear some other sides where people are not going to, take the bait so much that they are today on all the hype and start to have a higher-ended thought process when it comes to the game. And it's only going to make it better for all parties. And Bernie Parrish, to me, is a hero. He actually gave me a call during a time, and we will talk about some of the issues that I've had in my playing career and also off the field with the NFLPA. But we're smart enough to sit there and not talk a lot about it. We're just going to talk about what the issues are, and we're going to make it better.
Okay, well, on that note, just everybody, you'll hear Bill Winters on the Tuesday Sports Exchange, and we have our own program on Wednesday night. So any final thoughts, Bill? Great show. I always enjoy doing this program here on the South Florida Tribune Broadcasting Network. So any closing thoughts? I know you're going to go ahead and watch some sports after we get off the line. What do you got to say? Anything else to wrap it up?
Steps ahead of you,